as we go with Big Boy Nautilus. We've got Fiora, we've got Big Ass Sejuani, but the overwhelm's kicking in. It's gonna, you know what, it's getting to the point now where obviously if they've got enough damage spells, get excited directly to core, or like so. Oh my god, they're actually gonna go for it. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN App channel, yet again with another deck for you today. This one has actually been one that I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is Siphoning Strike with Howling Abyss. So let's get into this. So the deck is called Howling Strike, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this is meme tier. This is not going to be viable on the ladder in any way, but if you want to have a good laugh and a bit of fun, this is the deck for you, because the idea of it here is that we are pairing Siphoning Strike, which is when an ally strikes a unit and it dies, it grants all champions everywhere +2/+2, and this actually does take effect with Howling Abyss, which Howling Abyss is just like, you know, at the start of the round, it's creating a level 2 champion. If you've Siphoning Striked, those champions will be buffed, and the more times that you get Siphoning Strike, the more buff they will be, and that is what this whole deck is all about, trying to utilize and have a lot of fun with. As I said, it's never going to be a powerful deck, but it's always going to be a laugh. That's the main thing about this deck. So definitely, if you want to have a good time, this is the deck for you. So I will say that the one thing that definitely is very changeable from this deck, so I kept myself one flash freeze, just because it ended up being useful like a number of times, so that's why I ended up keeping flash freeze in here, but it's not necessary. You could actually get rid of that and potentially give yourself like another Blighted Ravine or something along those lines, but for me, I really like just having that little thing just to save your life sometimes when it's needed. The other thing I would say is that Braum, you could technically remove Braum. I put Braum in here because he's a lovely unit, which is like a champion who, with his regeneration, is a very lovely blocker, while at the same time, like he can, like, you can decide what he's going into, so you can make sure you're keeping him alive, slowly but surely leveling him, but then also like you get that initial free Poro onto the board that can then be another blocker as well. So that's the reason why I put Braum in this deck, but definitely you could change this for one of two options. You could either change this to Trundle, because Trundle's actually got an attack stat with the regen, so it means that you can put him out at least, you can defend, potentially destroy things as well as that, but bear in mind there's not much 8+ things in here, so once Trundle, other than his pillar to level him, once that happens, you're pretty much not gonna have any other 8 costs going on in there, but the option is there if you want it. But so Trundle would be a good choice because that regeneration, or even Renekton, either one of those two. Now admittedly Renekton's not got Challenger and there's not really anything that heals in this deck. My main reason for saying either one of these two is that they are great units that pair well with Siphoning Strike. So probably I would say Trundle over Renekton, but Renekton could be in here just as a unit which can help trade things through. But I do like Braum or Trundle for their regeneration factor. But it said Braum cannot be used with Siphoning Strike, and that's why he's definitely removable and potentially putting Trundle in. But then once he levels, you're not really going to be giving him many more stats, is what my point's going to be. But definitely, you can decide to do that. The really good thing about this deck is obviously the fact, so yet again, it is all about kind of removal tools, healing tools, which are going to help you, and and ramping tools, they're going to help you get to Howling Abyss and get to this point. So what we have here, this is an amazing unit that helps out so much in this deck, is the Wolf Rider, because even using things such as Ice Shard or Blighted Ravine, or those are the two options really. They're going to hit the enemy core, and that means that you can put this out, which is then helping you upon plunder, ramp, which is getting you closer to Howling Abyss. It's also a lovely unit to have because that 4 attack stat line can most of the time kill something. So yeah, again, it's something to Siphoning Strike off of. And the rest of the tools in here are basically a little bit of draw and predict, so that you can know what you're getting, whether or not you're going to get ramp or whether or not you're actually going to get the Howling Abyss. It's a really good way of doing this, as well as that, so or removal if you need removal. So this is the deck. as I said, it is gonna be meme tier, but if you want to check out and have a good time, because definitely the games that I played was unbelievably funny with this deck. So if you want to check it out, please feel free to. The code for the deck is down below, as well as the fact that if you do try this, please let me know how it goes for you, and if you make any changes, let me know what you change about this. Bear in mind, all the games you're going to see were streamed, so you want to come catch the action live, please feel free to, because there's the shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to catch me live on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, pop along and say hi in the chat, please feel free to, as well as the fact that obviously there is the Discord link down below if you want to get in the Discord tonight, because I believe this video is going out on Thursday, so tonight is going to be a games night purely in that Discord. So if you want to get in, Mike, as we play games such as Jackbox games or Among Us and whatnot, please feel free to. But it is also a monthly movie night in there as well, so monthly games night, monthly movie night, and just good times as we build decks together within that Discord. So if you want to join that and have like a love, like help build this lovely community, please feel free to. But mostly, just thank you everyone who's supported the channel. Like literally, like I cannot understand how so many people like watch and enjoy and whatnot. Because honestly, it is what my dream has always been, to like entertain people and have a good time with them. And so this is amazing that this channel is actually so like working as much as it is. So thank you so much to everyone. Hopefully we can get there and make it so this is just all I need to do, and I can focus on making more content for you guys, making more fun and games for you guys. Like that's what I want to be doing. So honestly, I do have my end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers/subscribers on YouTube/Twitch. As I said, YouTube, we're smashing it. So as I said, just thank you to everyone who's getting involved with that and commenting, subscribing, doing all like liking. Thank you honestly so much. But that's enough of that. Let's get in and see how this deck did in a couple of matchups. Working with Howling Abyss, it's not gonna work, but for that one time it worked. But Win Mage, how you doing, my friend? I hope that all is well. It's love, Richard. Thank you so much, because I saw that you followed over on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for actually coming and following on here. And so I'm thinking to myself, potential Avalanche, potential, like I've already got a crystal in hand, so part of me is honest to God thinking the Avalanche, because it would potentially remove Goat. Obviously, if they play Zoe, yeah, again, it gives me counter. I'm willing just to accept trading that off. Obviously, that now means that, like, you know, whatever they play, apart from like Ballistic Bot and things along those lines, like, I can't really do much about that other than the fact that I know that I've got an Ice Shard. Ice Shard will activate this Veiled Temple. Okay. Okay, I'm willing to accept where this is going. Could have used this for removal, but I'd rather just do this right now, just to activate this, get a little bit of ramp. Oh, good time, don't stop me. Very cool, so much for the ramp. Husaku, how are you doing? So we might as well attack forward, right? We have got a Siphoning Strike, and this, oh my God, it's all working out. This is that one time when this deck actually works out fine. We've got Siphoning Strike. We've got Howling Abyss. We've got the ability to hopefully potentially remove this from the field of play. Obviously, 2 spell. Right, all it takes is 1 burst speed spell, doesn't it? All it takes is 1 burst speed spell, and they get themselves out of the rain. So part of me's thinking, do I throw this down? Oh, do we throw that down first? Or do we Power Cascade? Many other things. All of the things. Which they definitely would be running if they're running Veiled Temple. You'd be wanting to activate it as many times as possible. Siphoning Strike doesn't feel like the best plan, because I feel like they're gonna definitely be able to get around it. Part of me is considering the ramp option. Like, just more ramp. We just go more ramp. I feel like that's gonna be my better strategy. Wait until they play something else, which is gonna be weaker on the field of play that can be Siphoning Strike very easily. I feel like that's the plan. Admittedly, they didn't do anything, so they didn't actually buff up their unit, but they might be waiting for this time to do so. So, there's the Sparkle Flight. So they want to be giving you all the keywords. So, potentially. Now, we do have a right of negation, so if they try to target this off with Get Excited or multiple Mystic Shots, we do actually have a way around that. Technically, I could have also Avalanched here and then got into Siphoning Strike. Like, those were my options. I chose the one that I did. And I would damn well defend my choice to the grave. We're getting so close. The dreams. The dreams. So, Get Excited, 2 Mystic Shot. No, they leave it! Okay! It has begun! And so it begins! If they throw down Zoe,
The journey is difficult.
that's fine. I was thinking like if they throw down Zoe, Avalanche, and then just let this begin. But we could Riot negation this. Is that going to be the smart plan? It gives me a trade. Otherwise, I'm taking 5 damage, potentially more damage if they put gems on top of it. I feel like I've Riot negation here. I'm willing to accept that because of the fact that we are already one above Howling Abyss. It does mean playing Howling Abyss on my turn, which is not ideal, but I'll do it because I'd rather be playing the unit and knowing that I could potentially use it. But it's okay. It's fine. We have defense, so I could do this. They do have like 2 gems, and I'm willing. I can take 4 damage. 4 damage ain't no thing but a chicken wing. So it's absolutely fine. But they have proven that they're running landmark removal. You're absolutely right there. They have proven that they're running landmark removal, which is not ideal. But at least they tried to use it on top of you. This might end up being a complete waste of mana. We circumnavigate. We circumnavigate to see what we can get. Brom is on the job. We'll take Brom. I'll take Brom with his glorious moustache of knowing the fact that he can continuously regen, and now that he's up like in terms of stats. But we circumnavigate. Meow 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 meow. Now, do we know? Just don't do it. Just leave it. Just leave the landmark. Just leave the landmark. Just leave it, yeah? I mean, obviously, we could have maybe played it when we had a Riot negation. That's perfectly fine. I can accept this. I stand back and let this begin. Oh, Szechuan, look at the buffs. Look at the buffs that have come in already off of the Siphoning Strike. Potentially thinking to myself, so if they attack forward, they're going to be getting elusive. So if I do this on top of you, it at least means I'm not taking potentially 6 damage. Because obviously if they do one more card, that then... But actually, correction, 7 damage if they gem this and then the buff comes off of there. Could use the Sejuani play right now. Might end up regretting this. If I can play this next... If I can keep Sejuani on the field of play and play this next turn, then when it goes into their next turn, that activates and thereby hits their core, Frostbite and all of their stuff. Obviously, they've got Val Temple, which can help them get out a little bit, but that feels somewhat okay. Not the best, and obviously, like, you know, they're gonna go forward and get elusiveness on both of these 2 units. You gotta go with what you can get right now, which is a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. Willing to accept it. Willing to hope. We can hope that the Howling Abyss will show us what we need. Just give me all the items I require. Please, Howling Abyss, give me all the items. Oh, what did we use? What have we used? What are they stealing? What did we use? What have we used? So, we used Riot negation. We used a Siphoning Strike. We've used a Catalyst. We did use an Ice Shard. So let's see what we can get. Fiora! Okay, do we just turn this into a Fiora deck? We can throw down another Howling Abyss and just see what we get from that. It's on it. We've turned ourselves into a Fiora deck now. We shall deal with all these elusive bollocks. We shall deal with all the elusive bollocks. Okay, we have got a Riot negation if they do try to target our Howling Abyss. So, we want to be going in with these first, and then, because obviously she's going to activate. Let's go with trying to take this. Actually, I guess we go with the one which is a little bit bigger. Go like that. Doesn't seem too bad. I accept. We have the ability of throwing down Avalanche. Potentially one of these. I mean, we definitely want to throw down one of these because that means that at the beginning of the turn we activate the Sejuani. So that's definitely part of the strategy. But we shall see how this goes.
You spurn my gift.
So, boom. That is definitely Avalanche will do a lot of good for us. Because we can go Avalanche into this. And that is actually Bald Wipe right now. So, part of me's like considering, do we wait and see what my opponent plays? You throw the hush! You throw the hush down on me! So that doesn't mean that Fiora dies. That just means that you don't die, but you will be dying because obviously we're going to throw Avalanche down, but that's besides the point. So, we will lose the clock! We will lose the clock in the battle! But the clock knew the risks. The clock knew the risks in this. So, we lose the clock. Potentially, we might also be losing Fiora in all of this as well. They could Rite of Negation. They could have stolen Rite of Negation from us. For all we know, they could have stolen Rite of Negation. Because they did use a Spell Thief. There's the Rite of Negation. We could Rite of Negation, but then we wouldn't be able to throw down this. And I think it's important to throw this down. Because with Sejuani on the field, that is just going to mean that all of those, like, it's cutting down their attack. That I feel that's important. I feel that is monumentously important to me. So we still lose the clock, man. He lived. No. Okay, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage coming in there. Okay, we've got heals. We've got heals. They're multiplying. Not making it easy for me, are you? Not a witness superiority. I can't do anything about it, so we accept. I accept the charges as we go with Big Boy Nautilus. We've got Fiora. We've got Big Ass Sejuani. But the overwhelm's kicking in. It's gonna, you know what? It's getting to the point now where obviously if they've got enough damage spells, get excited directly to core or like so. Oh my god, they're actually gonna go for it. Okay, we have got a heal. The fact that they have not decided to kill this landmark. We wait. I'm willing to accept the waiting hands and see what you get. If you try to get excited at me, you go. Okay, right. It's getting scary now, right? It's getting scary, like in terms of fact. Do we Rite of Negation or do we just go for the heal? I'm willing to go Billy Big Bollocks and go. It is but a scratch. This is meaningless to me in the grand scheme of things. I shall be perfectly fine. So, Lucian, potential rally capabilities from this. Obviously, it would mean somebody dying, which is not going to happen. But okay, right. So we throw down Lucian. There's a chill in the air. We've got a heal and a deny. Chill in the air, heal, deny. Assembly bots, assemble! We try to take you out again. Yet again, it's important. It's important that you go to the Shadow Realm. And we have but 1 health left. They've only got 1 card. If it's any form of damage, boom, we got this, and boom, we got this. So I feel that things are going somewhat okay here. Things are going somewhat. There's the rally. They killed the Sejuani, and we actually rallied and could go again. So, Shenomote to my opponent. It's just one of those times where it all works out. It all works out in the end. As we just go boom. That's going in. Oh, just Lucy with the rally and boom. 1 health. We did have the ability to heal ourselves. We had a Rite of Negation, but Shenomote, that game. That's what this deck is for. The stupidity of this. A champion in... Oh my god, no, this can't be the fearsome, what's his face deck, the deck which has the returned guy. This cannot be I'll be back, is it? You can't do that to me. You can't do that to me. Okay. So much wants to keep Siphoning Strike, but I'm gonna need more removal tools. I'm willing to keep Harsh Winds. But can't do this to me, man. If that's gonna be the I'll be back deck, how dare you? How dare you? Use my own spells against me, Potter. Okay. They're ramping better than me. But all I have left to believe in is hope.
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
So I can go slightly more aggressive. Because I'm gonna have to go more aggressive. Because if so potentially just if this can hit, boom, Wolf Rider hits directly onto this field of play. So it's a lot of ramp. It's a lot of ramp. This is getting scary. If Oh, it's the second you see War Mother's call hit the field, and then you start seeing the return guy. Admittedly, like, and they could have predicted him. That's gonna be when the scary times are coming.
I'll make a note.
Okay, so it's okay. It's okay. I can live. I can live. So throw Brom, take heart. We throw the landmark out next turn. It's crucial.
If they're out there,
Now, you're my only, you're my only 3+ unit right now. No, they're predicting again. No, this can't be. You cannot be the RB back deck. They can't be the RB back deck. They can't. I refuse to believe it. Like, who would run the return? Who would run the returns with War Mother's call? Who's stupid enough to do that? Who would be stupid enough to do such things? It's okay. This is perfectly fine. Everything is normal right now.
If the Tower Guardian is here,
Nothing is out of place.
we should be friends.
Nothing is out of place. Every little thing is gonna be alright. We could have technically thrown down one of these. Oh god, there's so much potential. Oh no. No! War Mother's call hits next turn.
It's easy. See?
War Mother's call hits next turn. Lee Sin! Lee can kick the return away! Shit. So, that's War Mother's call potentially. That is War Mother's call potentially. We throw down Lee. Because we've got nothing else going for us right now, so I'll throw down Lee. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Expect problems. Ooh. Okay, we can do 2 damage to everyone. You know what? Every little thing is gonna be alright. Potentially removing this guy right now.
Spirit of Winter awakens.
So expect War Mother's call. I expect to see War Mother's call! I knew it! So, Riot of Negation. Riot of Negation because I have to shut that down. I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't let this happen. I know what that deck is. I built that deck. I know what you are. And if you think that you can beat me with my own spells, Potter, you're gladly mistaken. So we're against the Karma Ezreal deck. Riot of Negation might end up being very important in this matchup. I might keep Ice Shard. I might end up regretting the decision, but I'm going to keep Ice Shard right now. Because I haven't really got much defense against Ezreal himself. Do we take the Siphoning Strike? We have nothing to use it on right now. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's... I should have taken one of the draw guys, because let's face it, it's not looking good for me. So I should have taken one of the draw guys, but I will take this and hope that we can start trying to find something from the Chronomancer or something that's going to help me further on down the line. It'll be fine. The Clockling will kill everyone. The Clockling will kill them all.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
Throw you out. We go with another. We do not go with another Siphoning Strike right now. Potentially another Predict. We could go with the ramp, but I feel like I want to go with Predict right now. Like,
to keep us safe.
I feel like I'm gonna need it. At this moment in time, I honestly don't feel like it's needed. Admittedly, the more units that I give them on the field of play gives them more things to be able to target. That's gonna help them level Ezreal. Like, that's a real concern. That is a real concern, but I feel like I need the Predicts. We could have just immediately gone forward. We take it. I'll take it. I'm sold. We should have taken the ramp from the earlier one, but then we wouldn't have got. Then we wouldn't have got the Howling Abyss. You see, there's swings and roundabouts. If we would have taken that one, we wouldn't have had that one. So swings and roundabouts. Oh, Jerry. Good old Jerry. I do. You know, it's been a while since I've made a P&Z deck with, like, Rummage and Jerry. Like, I love a Jerry bot. Like, it cannot be understated how much I love a Jerry bot. I mean, admittedly, right now, Jerry's getting taken down a peg or two by this new card. But, oh, there we go. And so it begins. We still have the clock. We don't have much, but we still have the clock. There's an Ezreal.
Or you miss me.
Can't kill him. I just can't kill him. I could frostbite him, therefore mean that he doesn't strike in, therefore mean he doesn't get his mystic shot. I could use Ice Shard, but then they immediately lose. Then they immediately lose Fusion. So I'm just thinking to myself, what is? I mean, obviously, but you then become the new clock, and then from the new clock we can Siphoning Strike. But then they can have so many targeting spells. What would a smart man do right now? Smart man would wait and see what my opponent does. They just attack forward with Ezreal. Ah! Fair enough then. I knew it! I knew it! Okay, they don't just attack forward with Ezreal. I could consider Ice Shard, then Siphoning Strike next turn. My opponent's only got so many cards in their hand. Can I consider that to be a genius move? Probably not. So, it does mean, I said, like, you know, they're gonna be getting damage, and definitely they kill you, but we get another clock in his place. From the ashes of this clock! Do clocks come in ashes? We get other clock. Now obviously, we're against Ionia, so expect deny, expect so many other things. There's like loads of different options. Potentially the freeze was the better option there that we should have really done, but I can leave the freeze for a future move, it's fine. We could Siphoning Strike. We don't have the ability to use Rite of Negation, which is a little bit of a shame. Because I mean, do we just go for it as the gamble? History remembers the men who gamble. An immediate Mystic Shot comes at me. But history remembers the man who gambles. History does not forget remember the cowards who do not do the moves. Which it deny, Mystic Shot, get excited. Oh my god! History remembers the people who take up the risks! So, see, sometimes you've got to be Billy Big Bollocks and hope. Don't get me wrong. Most of the time, it's not going to work. But sometimes, you've got to be Billy Big Bollocks and hope that it's going to pay off in the end. If you go in there with confidence, it puts them off guard. So we're going to go forward with you, because if they defend here, that's fine. If they defend here, then we trade that off. So I'm willing to accept that. We still keep the clock. No one expects the clock. All of these champions are now buffed. It's very important to remember. Obviously, my opponent could be running any form of landmark removal. Like, they could be running Aftershock. It's very much capable. But we wait. We are but one move away. It's all a waiting game now.
Ionia speaks.
See, we could avalanche, but then we'd just be killing our clock, and then they just go forward. Then they just go forward with 4 damage. We wait. Oh, Siphon. If only you had free attack clock, man. If only we'd like so, we could Siphoning Strike into avalanche, but potential denies. We throw down. We go like this, and then this immediately gets aftershocked off the field of play. This immediately gets aftershocked off the field of play. Okay, so... Okay. There's Jerry. It's fine. We can wait. We wait. It's okay. Give me all the answers that I need out in the abyss. Give me all the answers that I need. You'd be making Hyman's bot into another... Swayed immediately onto the field of play. We do still have another... That just poked my eye out. We do still have another Siphoning Strike. Mike! Shut up on fire! They're running the pursuit of perfection! I mean, props to them. A Karma deck running perfection to double the perfections is devastating. And honestly, well played to my opponent for playing such a crazy deck. Potential denies. I expect deny. Come at me, deny. So we'll go. If we can hit this, if this. I mean, obviously, potentially. Actually, no. They are one mana away if they would do a thermal beam to kill him. History is written by the Billy Big Bollocks who are bold enough. I mean, obviously, deny now. It's got to be deny. Come on. You've got to have deny at this point in the game. You must do. Press your deny. Press the button of deny! Do it! You must have it! You can't tell me you don't. No. No, no, no! You can't tell me you do not have deny right now! Can't push the button. Push the button of deny. You must. Oh my god, they don't. What? So. We've just hit that twice, so that just means that all of these are getting +4, +4. How has this happened? How has this happened?
I thought you'd never ask.
There's Ezreal. Obviously, like, we can't do anything about Ezreal, and the clock is dead. Let's face it. The clock is dead. The clock knew the risks. Okay? I think it's quite clear to admit that the clock knew the risks it was getting into. Okay. That Riot of Negation might end up being what saves my life at the very end of all this. But let's see what the Howling Abyss... That's a big Zoe! That's a big Zoe. Obviously, she's already leveled, so we don't actually get the... I mean, we've got another Howling Abyss. We've got another Howling Abyss! We could Harsh Winds to force Swain's damage in. The option here is Harsh Winds the 2/4 attacks to force it. Oh my god. We could throw down another so much of me wants to throw down the second Howling Abyss. But the smarter move. This is the smarter move. Because it just is.
Leave them nothing.
Leave them nothing and take from them everything, Swain. Leave them nothing and take from them everything. But that is the smarter move to attempt this. Oh, there's the stuff. Should have expected. I should have gone with the Howling. Should have gone with the Howling. I knew it. I knew I should have gone with the Howling. We've still got counter for Ezreal. So while Zoe's still on the board, potentially they could stun this again. Like, that is totally possible. And obviously, like, they could level Ezreal and start doing damage into my core. This is completely possible. They are going to be leveled. Like, this is problematic times. They've already not had denied twice. I'm gonna go with this, but I honestly gotta think this gets countered. Like, I feel like I'm gonna need Riot of Negation. I'm gonna need Riot of Negation. Riot of Negation makes too much sense here, but I should have thrown down the second Howling Abyss. Like, that would have been the smarter choice, in all honesty. So what are we getting now? Oh, look at how big she is! Okay. Imagine if she still had Overwhelm! Okay. What's the chances they'd have denied this time? So, a lot of spells. Obviously, Ezreal's not leveled yet, so now they must have deny. They must have deny now. With the amount of spells they've just got, if deny's not in your hand, what is happening? So, okay. We can still throw down this. Still throw down the Howling Abyss. Still leave me mana for Falling Comet. So, throw it down. Throw it down, Yugi. So, I've got the ability of Riot of Negation or Falling Comet. Both of which are... So, what are you getting rid of here? So, there's Jerry. Jerry's burnt! There's still a chance of deny. I've got to leave it. I've got to leave it because there is still a massive chance. So they're willing to wait. Which, oh, Gareth! Look how big all these things are!
Breathe in, breathe out.
I mean, it's disgusting.
No prey. No
It's disgusting
prey.
how big things are getting on our side of the field. Potentially, said Riot of Negation might end up saving lives here. Riot of Negation might end up saving lives. I feel like I want to use this, but we should throw Garen out, right? As much as we want to use this, we throw Garen. We could actually throw Ashe out. Not the Swain! So, we could stop this. Like, we have the option to stop it. Do we stop it? Do we go Riot of Negation then immediately go forward? I'm willing to accept. You know what? Willing to accept it. I can accept the charges. Because the thing of it is that even though Swain is really good, he's still got counters right now, which means that he's not going to be getting his damage in. So I might as well leave him and potentially throw Garen out, which will mean that we will be rallying again and again and again and again and again and again and again. So
We fight for those
who could not! Bearing in mind that misfortunes on the field of play as well mean that free damage is going in, like, every single time. Garen is the better move. Obviously, we've priced ourselves out of this, but they must have deny. I refuse to believe at this point that my opponent does not have deny. They must have deny. It is the only thing that makes sense. Is that going to be... we can actually see the deny right now. We can see the deny. If so, that's one deny. Still got many more to go. Okay, so they're making elusive so that they can, like, block the Zoe. That's fine. So let's see what all these... They're going for a lot of spells. Lot of spells. So, stuns. Stun. Damage. And what are you? Even more damage. Okay. So that's what that means for us. It means they will be leveling. It means they would be leveling Fimsy. It's a good job that we have something here which just goes, you see all of this? Apart from you. You see all of this? None of that. Let's just wipe all that off the field of play, shall we? None of that! Stop it all, Yugi! Stop it all! Shed a mote to my opponent. Shed a mote to my opponent with the Ezreal, which is Ezreal Karma. But the fact we got 2 Siphoning Strikes out. Look, did you see how big those champions were getting? So that is the Howling Strike deck. As you can see, it's not going to be meta-worthy, but it's always going to have a lot of fun. That is the thing. Once you get to that point, once the Siphoning Strikes start going in and the Howling Abyss starts creating champions, it really does start to get insane sometimes. And that is the comedy of this deck. So, as I said, if you do try this deck out, please let me know how it goes for you down in the comment section down below. I said, you make any changes to it, let me know. As well as the fact that, as I said, you can catch me on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays if you want to come catch the action live. As well as there's a Discord link down below. As I said, games night tonight. If you want to get involved and have a good time, get on mic with me and whoever else decides to join while we play a couple of games and have a good time together. As well as the fact there is a monthly movie night in there as well. But just thank you all so much. The lovely community that's been built around this channel, just thank you. And everyone who supports me, just honestly, thank you so much. Like, I wouldn't be me without you. So thank you so much. And hope you enjoy. Hope you have a great day, evening, or whatever it is you. Until next time. Bye.
from flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.